Hey, you crazy cats! Welcome to Leaving Crazy Town, where we navigate the roller coaster of relationships, mental health, and personal transformation with humor as our trusty seatbelt.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and with my buddy Finn, we're here to share our real stories, expert insights, practical tips to help you break free from codependency, reclaim your life, and find freedom.
So whether you're wrestling with boundary issues, craving connections that won't ghost you, or just here for a front row seat to the wild ride of self-discovery, you've come to the right place.
So buckle up, we're leaving Crazy Town.
Hey, welcome to Leaving Crazy Town with Finn and Sarah. I'm Finn, she's Sarah, otherwise known as handsome and happy. Anyway, I digress. Today we're going to do a video on approaching the what?
Approaching the holidays.
There's a lot of decisions to be made, people.
Yes. And a lot of feelings that come up when you're headed towards, we're going to start with Thanksgiving.
Feelings.
And Finn always sings this song. But this is the thing. We know history of being addicts in recovery, that coming up to what people used to call the Bermuda Triangle. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. I'm sure there's other names for it, but definitely it can bring up a lot of feelings. It can bring up a lot of options or opportunities to make decisions. And there are no wrong decisions, but there may be decisions that might be better for you or not.
Right now I'm sitting with 3 different Thanksgiving invites.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right. So let's start with that. What are the beginning? This is pre the day. Once things start to happen, so people start inviting.
Well, people start planning.
Start planning.
So I don't know about your family, but my family, there are the ones that they're not going to think about Thanksgiving until like the day before. And then there's a couple like myself and another family member who we already we're trying to nail people down.
Plans months.
October 1st, we were nailing people down. We need to know what we're going to do because I need to be able to navigate all the other invitations that come along, to know what I'm going to do, to feel comfortable in my body, to be like, okay, I'm settled. This is what I'm doing.
Perfect.
And I know what the parameters are for that, so I can start to address additional activities that I might want to attend. So
you're basically saying, just to clarify, so the invitations are coming in, and looking at the people watching this video, you're going to get invited to different things. How do you decide what you really want to do? What would be right for you? There's also family, there's friends, there's program.
Well, really first what I was trying to say is looking at the people involved in my holidays and where they're coming from. I'm not going to get my stepson to tell me today what he's doing on November 25th.
Okay.
Or whatever day next.
So you're just accepting that's who he is, and that's
right. And I can't wait to make my decisions
based on him.
So there's just things there are things to consider. And the first step is, while we're approaching the holidays, who are we dealing with?
Yes.
And what we need to pay attention to is what we want and need.
Right. Which again, we're going to talk later about that too.
So I called my stepson and I said, I know you're probably not even thinking about this.
Got it.
I called my stepdaughter first because she's like me. I knew she'd know what she was doing, and she did.
Okay.
We talked about it. And then I approached my stepson, talked to him, and I said, I know you're not even thinking about this yet, but I need to know for me. And here are my 2 options with you. Let me know if you'd like to do either.
Perfect.
And if he doesn't, then I will adjust. But he was my first priority.
You know what? That's so good, though. That's a great tip. Know what your priorities are. Know who the people are you really just thinking about. Who would I really like to spend time with? Then there's, of course, people we may spend time with when we don't really want to, but that's a different conversation. So deciding, but then also the critical thing Finn just said is not putting your future plans in the hands of someone else. So you're taking some responsibility to that's how he is, but I need to know. So how am I going to take care of myself just in who and when I'm going to spend time?
I don't know about you, but I hear so many people, especially parents, I don't know what my kids are doing. And I don't know. My sister always wants to do this. She never makes up her mind till last minute. And then everybody wants to come to mind. Those kind of things are avoided by knowing who you're dealing with, deciding what you need and want.
Yes.
And then articulating that to them. I didn't say to my stepson, you never make up your mind. I said, hey, I'm sure you haven't thought about this yet, but these are the 2 things I'm thinking about if we're going to do Thanksgiving together. And he's considering it. And I will have to go back to him and ask him what his decision was, because
Right.
I doubt it's a priority in his mind until the day of.
Right. So really on this channel, so often we talk about healing from codependency is taking responsibility for your life, your feelings, your behaviors. And that's what Finn is talking about. That's one piece. The other piece is
Sarah, can you make 9 pies to bring to my house?
the other piece is I know that I don't cook, but that's a whole other thing. So the other piece is unrealistic expectations. Don't set yourself up to think people are going to behave or do things that they've never done before.
Right.
It's still up to you to decide. Okay.
You have to take action. So another pitfall, I think, as we approach the holidays
Yes.
is being asked to do stuff.
Okay. Perfect.
So now we've decided where we're going, and they'd like you to bring the entire Thanksgiving meal.
Okay.
You know,
Another piece. What am I willing to cook? What am I willing to bring? I don't want to be a victim. I want to make a choice. Go ahead.
yeah, so that's what I would say. Make a choice. Do you have 17 things planned around the whole week of Thanksgiving, and then somebody asked you to make 9 pies, and you're like, oh, absolutely no problem, but there's really no time to do it. So now you're running around like a crazy person, taking it out on everyone else because you made a decision. I don't want to hear out of anybody's mouth this holiday, I have to this, I have to that, when you made a clear decision to do it.
Oh my God.
I
Yes.
have decided to, is what we're going to listen
Oh
to.
my God. I just had a great thought. It went right out.
Sorry.
But yes, this whole idea of being able to, this is a tool I was just thinking of. Lots of things are coming at you. What are some tools so you don't impulsively just say, yes, I'll bring 5 pies, because you can't stop. So stop. And the one tool we've talked about before, can I get back to you? I'll let you know tomorrow. So you can actually take some time with yourself to think about, God, what is that weekend going to look like? What do I have time for? Am I going to buy pies? Am I going to make pies? Really thinking about it ahead of time.
And I would suggest
Yeah.
having that statement prepared and
Yes.
practiced. Know what you're going to say. Don't try to think last minute while you're being asked to do something. Oh, wait, was I going to say I might get back to you? I will get back to you. Let me get back to you.
Yes.
Like, know what words you're going to use.
Yes.
So it's easy to just bring right to the surface.
Absolutely.
Because if you're anything like me, deer in the headlights, you know, so what I do now is like, I'll have to check my calendar to see if I'm able to do that.
Right. Right. And the thing about Thanksgiving is a lot of feelings and fears come up around what others are going to think. That's key. That gets exacerbated times 100 around the holidays. Number one, because it's a holiday, we all have histories around holidays. Number two is very often we're dealing with family. And when we're dealing with family, we can go back into being 8 years old or however old. And I've heard people over the years, clients, oh my God, but I can't say no to my mother. But she has to have me cook Thanksgiving dinner. She's
she
going to
doesn't.
suffer. Or whatever. All these beliefs about other people's thoughts and feelings rather than what we're just this is codependency recovery 101. What are your thoughts and feelings about it? Then you can make decisions, but at least be aware of what are my thoughts and feelings about bringing stuff, what I want to bring, who I'm going to spend time with. We've talked about how much time you want to spend with them.
And you get to choose.
Yes.
So there could be unreasonable to me. The key is to know.
Yes.
If somebody says, hey, we're having a 15-hour Thanksgiving, day, and to you that's unreasonable, it clearly isn't unreasonable to them.
Yes.
And that's okay. Like when you know the parties, you say like, geez, okay, Sarah's going to invite me to her house for 12 hours. I can tolerate her for about 2. So I'm going to respond with, I'd love to come. Is it all right? Like in advance, I'm going to let you know I need to leave at noon.
Right.
If I'm enjoying myself, maybe I stay longer, maybe I don't. But you can set a limit, even though it feels like, oh, I can't let people down. Like Sarah said, your highest good and what's best for you is what's best for everyone. And I know people don't understand or believe that, but trust me, when you actually follow through and do what's best for you,
Yes.
it'll unfold in a way that you'll understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And this is the other thing. People are not going to die from happy feelings.
For one day.
For what? That's the other thing. All right. The other thing is my brother often says, pull back the lens. So it's one day. It's one day in your life. It may even be only 3 hours or whatever. So remember, this is not a 911. It may feel like one. This is not the end of the world if you don't see your family for one day. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to say, another alternative, say you're like, okay, I have 5 family members. We do Thanksgiving every year. But Finn and Sarah said I can have Thanksgiving with my friends because that's what I really want to do.
Right.
If it's hard for you to tolerate saying no to your family,
yes,
have a friend's Thanksgiving on a different day. Like, everything doesn't need to happen on Thanksgiving.
There are so many options, and that's the other thing to remember too, is it's not black and white. There are so many different ways to do this day. You know, like say your family invites you or 3 different members invite you. You could go to one person's house for a meal, and if you felt like it, you could say, geez, we'll go to your house for dessert. So again, it's thinking about what feels okay to me. What do I want? And then, deciding, do I feel comfortable saying totally no, or do I feel comfortable just going for dessert? Like really, what is going to be okay?
Sometimes there'll be too much fallout, or not too much, but you'd rather deal with going than the fallout from not going. And I understand that. But I would suggest it's October, we're early October, that you start thinking about this stuff now.
Yes.
Be prepared with an idea of what you want, and then you can judge, I don't really want to go to that event, but I'll feel more comfortable going than not going. Yes. And that's okay too.
And that's okay.
Yeah, but start thinking about it in advance. And
so you can notice how you feel. And we're going to wrap this video up. I'm going to just give a couple of do's and don'ts. Obviously, decide what's right for you. Don't go someplace you don't want to be. If you can tolerate that, like Ben was just saying.
Well, that's what I was going to say is if you're changing behavior by setting limits, saying no, delaying answers, you might feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
That doesn't mean you've made the wrong decision or you're doing the wrong action. It's just a foreign action.
Yes.
And it might feel
new action.
Yeah, new. It feels uncomfortable at first. Eventually, like next Thanksgiving, you'd be like, new. Right. You'd be like the boundary setter extraordinaire.
And this is the things. Practice baby steps. Like we're saying, there's going to be other Thanksgivings, but try to do at least 1 tiny step or 2 tiny steps for you. Instead of like we've heard for years, oh, I had to do this. I had to go there. I had to suffer. I had to bring 8 pies. No, you didn't. We are here to tell you, you have choices.
And if you choose to bring 8 pies or go someplace you don't want to, that's okay. But I guarantee you, it'll be a lot easier to digest if you stop saying I had to.
Yes.
And you just accept, I'm making a conscious decision because it's easier for me to do this than it is for me not to. It feels better even if you just change that language.
Yes. And we are going to talk more about
the rest of the do's or don'ts, because we got to wrap this up.
Spend time with people you enjoy. Just try not to dismiss your own needs for the sake of others. We'll do another one. All right. We love you.
We're out of here.
Leaving Crazy Town. Fasten your seatbelt. Thanks for listening to Leaving Crazy Town. We hope today's episode offered you valuable insights and tools to help navigate your relationships.
If you found our discussion helpful, please rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast. And share it with a friend. Misery loves company, right?
Stay connected with us on social media and visit our website for additional resources and updates on future episodes.
Until next time, remember that breaking free from codependency is a journey, and we're here to help you every step of the way. And hey, if all else fails, at least you'll have a few left.
So buckle up. We're leaving Crazy Town.